This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, September the 17th, is a legendary Russian player who is trying to break the all-time goal-scoring record in the NHL, which I think is sacrilege because Wayne Gretzky is the best ever, and this guy, I don't think it's one of the best around. This man is a legend, and he actually does hold many records. He doesn't hold the goal scoring record, but he has the most power play goals in a career, most goals in road games. Weird. Most overtime goals, and most goals with the same team in NHL history. And the third player after Gretzky and Gordie Howe to have 800 goals in the regular season. This guy was a Russian superstar, and I know how some people are not happy with Russia. It's not the Ukraine thing. It's also the whole doping situation, too. Regardless of that, he's shown flashes of brilliance, and he was a first overall pick. His name is Alex Ovechkin, who's now 39 years old. I'm actually shocked that Ovi's the same age as me, but 5 months younger. Anyway, Ovechkin was born to the son of Soviet athletes. His mother, Tatiana, played for the Soviets in basketball and won 2 Olympic gold medals in 1976 in Montreal and 1980 in Moscow. His father, Mikhail, was a soccer player. He has 2 older brothers, Sergei and Mikhail. His own mother said her youngest son was destined for sporting goodness. He would watch videotapes of goals, hits, and fights and knew about Gretzky, Lemieux, and Fedorov. His favorite NHL team growing up was the San Jose Sharks, and that was his first jersey. He was 2 years old when he first picked up a hockey stick. So, anyway, he attended a public school infamous for military discipline and a tyrannical principal, completing 8 grades before starting at Moscow Sports School. So, anyway, Ovechkin suffered a massive loss early in life. He was 10 years old when his older brother Sergei, who would take him to hockey events, died of a blood clot. And when Ovechkin would score, he often kisses his glove and points to the sky and salute to his brother, still to this day. He knew he could do everything. So he went to the Russian Super League, the predecessor to the KHL, and played for Dynamo Moscow at age 16, playing 4 points in 21 games. But he's a 16-year-old. And then he would score 36 goals in 3 games with Dynamo Moscow. And then at age 18, he was eligible for the 2004 draft to be selected. And Washington had the number 1 pick and needed somebody in the vein of Peter Bondra. So they took Ovi, first overall. Practically, he was the number 1 pick. Well, he was a rejected number 1 pick for nearly 2 years and earned comparisons to Mario Lemieux, of which he had his card. There were rumors that the Panthers attempted to draft him in the 9th round of the 2003 draft. But unfortunately, his birthday was 2 days after the cutoff. Every year, September 15th is the cutoff date. If you're 18, even a day after September 15th, you have to go to the next year's draft. And Rick Dudley claimed the pick was legitimate, saying that Ovechkin was old enough with leave years taken into consideration. He had a point, but they don't take leave years into consideration. He would play with Dynamo for 1 more season because of the 2005 lockout. But unfortunately, he suffered a shoulder injury in the gold medal game of the World Juniors against Canada. But he still helped Dynamo win the title. Ovechkin actually signed a contract with Avangard Omsk, thinking that the lockout was still continuing and all that. There was a out clause. But fortunately, though, Ovechkin did sign with the Capitals for a 3-year entry-level deal. After signing the deal, then the CBA came out, meaning that hockey was on. So Ovechkin played his first game against the Capitals in the 2006 home opener against Pascal Leclerc, scoring twice in his first game. So he was on pace for 164 goals there. He put up a hat trick against Jay Shigeru January 13th, and then 3 days later in Phoenix against the Coyotes, he scored one of the most amazing goals of all time. He was knocked down by Paul Mara and slid on his back facing away from the net. Somehow Ovechkin hooked the puck with one hand on his stick and slid it past a stunned Brian Boucher and scored. Ovechkin Dragon scores! Alex Ovechkin, one of the prettiest goals you'll ever see. Holy jumpin', said Darren Pang, who was doing color commentary for the Coyotes. It was like unbelievable. Ovechkin, as a rookie, with one of the most unbelievable sliding goals of all time. Still remember too, Austin Matthews, who lived in Arizona at the time, actually was in attendance for that game. Ovechkin led rookies in goals, points, power play goals, and shots. He would actually finish third in points overall with 106 points and scored 52 goals, third in the league. There was absolutely no way that Ovechkin wasn't going to get the Calder for Rookie of the Year. Crosby was good and all that, but Ovechkin put up 50 goals as a rookie. And he was actually named to the NHL First All-Star team, the first rookie in 15 years to get that honor. I don't know who was the last one. I think, Belfour. So yeah, he won the Calder. He was a finalist for the Lester B. Pearson Award, which is the MVP named by the players themselves. EA Sports made him a cover athlete for NHL 07. And the NHL cover curse did not happen as Ovi put up 92 points in 82 games. So anyway, Ovi was signed a 13-year contract extension January 10th, 2008. So he was guaranteed to play hockey till 2021 and put up $9.5 million and all that. Ovechkin in March of 2008 actually became the first player to score 60 goals in a season since Lemieux and Yager in 1996. Of course, the neutral zone trap ruined goal scoring. And then Ovechkin would score his 61st goal, breaking the Washington goal scoring record. You're thinking, by Mike Gardner or even Peter Bondra or Adam Oates? Nope. That record was Dennis Baruch's. Surprise, surprise. Regardless of that, he scored his 65th goal in a game April 3rd, 2008, which actually broke the record for most goals by a left winger. The previous record holder was Luc Robitaille. So anyway, he put up 65 goals, which led the league in goal scoring, winning the Rocket Richard Trophy. But his 112 points led the league. So that means he won the Art Ross Trophy for best scorer. And it was the first time since Bobby Hall in 1966 that a left winger actually won the Art Ross Trophy. He helped Washington get to the Stanley Cup playoffs for the first time in 5 years and took on the Philadelphia Flyers. But the Flyers would eliminate the Capitals in Game 7 on the Joffrey Lupo overtime goal. Ovi was named the Lester B. Pearson Award, of course, the MVP voted by the players themselves, and the Hart Trophy for MVP voted by the media, the GMs. He won the Art Ross and Rocket Richard trophies, making him the first player to win 4 regular season awards, because the Rocket Richard was not created till 2000. Anyway, Ovechkin looked pretty decent in 2009 to win the goal scoring trophy. Unfortunately, though, he was runner-up in the Hart Trophy to Geno Malkin of the Penguins. He had Washington make it into the playoffs. They were down 3-1 to the Rangers, but somehow popped one and won that series. And then he faced Sidney Crosby in a playoff series for the ages, as the hockey world was really looking forward to Washington versus Pittsburgh to see Ovi versus Crosby head to head. Washington lost Game 7 to Pittsburgh, but still it was very good. He put up 21 points in 14 games. He won the Hart and Pearson. Oh, my fault. He lost to Malkin for the Art Ross Trophy. I said the Hart. My fault. Ovi was named captain of the Capitals in 2010 after Chris Clark was traded to Columbus. I guess I didn't mention Ovechkin wasn't captain. He became the first European in team history. Well, the first European in team history to get the trophy, get the captaincy. Anyway, Ovechkin was second in the Richard Trophy to Sidney Crosby, and was runner-up for the Art Ross Trophy for the second straight time. Only 1 point behind Hendricks and Dean. Ovi would help the Capitals get to the playoffs in 2010. Unfortunately, though, that season was when they blew a 3-1 series lead. That to Montreal. Ovechkin would face Crosby in the Winter Classic on New Year's Day 2011. The Capitals won 3-1, and I believe that was the game which Crosby got crunched and then it really got hurt. Regardless of that, he put up 85 points in 79 games, a little bit slower point total than normal. So anyway, he rejoined Dynamo Moscow because of the lockout that cut half of the 2013 season. So he put up 32 goals in the abbreviated 2013 season, which got him his third Rocket Richard Trophy. But he won the Hart for the third time, so he looked pretty good. So anyway, he was still doing his job and all of that. November 4th, 2014, he broke Peter Bondar's record for most points by a capital with point number 826. He won the Rocket Richard Trophy for 2015, making it the 5th time he got that prestigious award. And again, his Capitals blew a 3-1 series lead in the playoffs to the Rangers. Well, they blew it. Ovechkin put up goal number 500 in a nationally televised game here in Canada for Ottawa facing Washington on Sunday Night Hockey. He's scoring against the Hamburglar, Andrew Hammett of Ottawa. So he became the 5th fastest to 500 goals, the 43rd player overall, and the first Russian. So, strangely enough, in 2016, that season, Ovechkin did not lead the Capitals in points. That was the first time he wasn't the team leader in points. Although he did score 50 goals and lead the league in goals for a 6th Rocket Richard Trophy, but he only had 21 assists, which was criticism of Ovechkin that he had more goals than assists. Ovechkin would get point number 1,000 January 2017 against the Penguins. And unfortunately, Crosby and the Penguins took down Ovechkin in the playoffs again. In 2018, he became the first player since Joe Malone in the inaugural season of 1917-18 to actually start the year with back-to-back hat tricks. So anyway, he did what he had and all that. He became the second player ever to lead the league in goals at least 7 times, tying him with Bobby Hall. Not even Gretzky did that. Regardless of that, Ovechkin would help Washington out, and they actually slayed the dragon, that being the Penguins, and slayed their own personal dragon in the conference finals, because it was the first time since 1998 that the Capitals got to the conference finals. Not only that, they took care of the Lightning in 7 games. Went to the finals against Vegas and beat Vegas, even though I went with Vegas because I thought somehow they're going to win. And I didn't trust Ovechkin. Ovi was named the Conn Smythe Trophy winner for playoff MVP. I mean, who else could have been? So, anyway, Ovechkin did quite well for himself. In 2019, he won his 8th Rocket Richard Trophy for goal scoring. So he would be in all that. Ovechkin would put up goal number 700 on February 22nd, 2020 against the Devils, making him the 8th player to do so. And that day is, of course, special if you're an anti-Leaf fan, because that was the day that the Zamboni driver, David Ayres, had to come in relief after Carolina lost both goalies due to injury, and he beat the Leafs. I think the Leafs were being nice to him. Of course, the 2020 season ended early because of restrictions of COVID, but Ovechkin still won the Rocket Richard Trophy. The 2021 season would be the first time Ovi did not hit 30 goals in a season, and that was practically due to the season being shortened because of the COVID pandemic. He scored 24 goals, though. Then he signed a 5-year extension with the Caps in 2021. And on the final day of December 2021, he actually scored his 275th power play goal, breaking the record set by Dave Vanderchuk. And then March 15, 2022, he moved to third place for goal scoring, passing Yager and only trailing Howard Gretzky. So anyway, he still got his 950 goal season, which tied Bossy and Gretzky for the most ever. And he became the oldest to hit 50 goals in a season, 36 years, 215 days, breaking Johnny Busek's record, who had done it at age 35. So anyway, he put up 800 goals by scoring a hat trick against Chicago, in Chicago. And then when he scored against the Jets on the 23rd of December 2022, he beat Hal for second most goals. Now he only had Gretzky. And his season of 42 goals made him the first player, well, tying Mike Garner for most 30 goal seasons with 17. And then he got his, well, the 42 goals meant for the 13th time he had a 40 goal season, which was a new NHL record. And then he put up his 30th goal on April 9th, 2024 against Alex Lyon, surpassing Mike Garner for most 30 goal seasons in NHL history. Ovechkin did not get one single point as the Capitals got swept by the Rangers. So yeah, he was known for scoring goals more so than assists and all that. He was part of Russia's team in the famous 2005 World Juniors that saw practically every country get their best players and not have to worry about them being in the NHL, as some do. Ovechkin became the cover athlete for NHL 07, NHL 21, and NHL 2K10, which was pretty nice and all that. So anyway, he did what he could and all that. He created a program called Ovi's Crazy Eights, which he purchases and donates 8 Capital season tickets to the most valuable kids, which allows fans who don't have access to tickets the opportunity to attend Capitals home games. And more than 5,700 people have taken advantage of that. Ovechkin loves Liverpool FC. Okay. Ovechkin basically has his support for Putin. Well, why not? Because I think he's scared of hurting Putin's feelings. Ovechkin would marry Nastya Shovskaya, the daughter of an actress. They have 2 children, well, 2 sons. So anyway, in his NHL career, as of 2024, he has 1,426 games, 853 goals, only 697 assists, and 1,550 points. In the playoffs, he scored 72 goals and 141 points in 151 playoff games and 1 Stanley Cup. He was MVP, most valuable rookie in 2006 winning the Calder. First All-Star team 8 times. Cover of EA's NHL franchise twice, 07 and 21. 13 All-Star appearances. 1 Art Ross Trophy in 2008 for top scorer. Rocky Richard Trophy, unprecedented 9 times. He actually had every Rocky Richard between 2013 and 2020, except for 2017. That's how good he was, goal scoring. Hart Trophy 3 times for MVP, 08, 09, and 13. Stanley Cup champion in 2018, and then Conn Smythe Trophy in 2018 himself. So he has lots of NHL records. The first player to be an Art Ross Trophy winner, Rocket Richard Trophy, Lester B. Pearson Award, and Hart Memorial Trophy in a single season. Of course, the Rocket Richard Trophy was made in 2000, so only player in NHL history to be the part of the first All-Star team in each of his first 5 seasons, and that includes Gretzky. 9 goal-scoring titles, the most in the NHL. Most goals by left wing, 853. Most goals for a single team, 853, because he's only played for one team, that's Washington. Most goals on the road, 411. Most goals by a left winger, 65 in 2008. Most points by a left winger, 106 in 06. Fastest overtime goal, 6 seconds against the Thrashers in 2006, tying with Matt Sundin and David Legwand. Most goals and points by a Russian, obviously. Most points by a left winger, 1,550. Career goals, overtime goals for 26. Empty net goals for 57. Most career 30-goal seasons, most career 40-goal seasons, and most career 50-goal seasons. And he has lots of Washington records, of course, because why not? So that's Alex Ovechkin in a nutshell. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond.